Hello, beautiful souls, tarot lovers, and star seeds. Welcome to the shadow work edition of the Hourglass. So, today I have a few questions about what is going on in the collective. Excuse me, that's my clock. All right, so I have a few questions about what are we suppressing when it comes to insecurities or fears. What lessons do we still need to learn, and if possible, what is distracting ourselves from complete healing or um, bypassing uh, repetitious awakening issues, if that makes sense. All right, because sometimes we repeat issues again and again until we could fully heal and release and move on. All right, so I just want to get a touch on what's going on. So I'm going to use a very darker deck. It's an oracle deck. So it may be triggering. I am going to read the description from the book. All right. Just to get a little bit more insight, and then we'll dig into it. All right. So I hope you guys are doing wonderful on this Tuesday afternoon or evening, whenever this video meets you. All my videos are timeless. All decks have been charged and cleared of my own energy. All right, so I'm going to be tuning into what messages come through for myself as well. Keep in mind, you guys, not all the messages are going to resonate. Energies, gender role could flip-flop. Time and energy is fluid. We all have willpower. We all have free will. All right, so let's see what goes on with the collective today, beloved. All right, let's see what goes on today in the collective, or what we need to focus on for the coming week. This week, it's a good one also. You guys forgive me if I'm moving my camera too much. Sorry. Sorry. All right, it feels a little bit more something. I have to adjust the wire because I hate to see when the camera is moving too much or swaying too much. All right, beloved. My cards feel very clear today, I must admit. All right, beloved. What lessons do we still need to learn here? What lessons do we still need to learn as a collective? It says, I won't cry for you, and that's the number 22. I do know the number 22 talks about an acceptance card. So many of you may need to accept a situation that did not go as planned. This could be a breakup. This could be a job. This could be somebody being laid off, somebody being rejected in any way, or whatever you're going through. You know how it resonates. So it says, sometimes when it's over, closure must be created, not found. All right, so some of you may be kind of struggling with what's going on between you and a person, or what's going on between you and a job. This could be a family situation, I feel, as well. We do have the number 22. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So it's all about gaining that stability within self, that safety within self. All right, I do feel like some of you have cried yourself all out of tears. I do hear the song Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Hats off for the Justin Timberlake fans in the house. All right, so this is all about acceptance here, you guys. And what I'm seeing here, this looks like the third quarter moon that's on the sides, and it's all about reevaluating. It's all about balance and trust in self. All right, trust in what you see, trust in your soul guidance as well. And it's almost like somebody's maybe waiting in vain, is what I get about a situation as well. So like the description said, sometimes closure cannot be found. It has to be created within self. It's time to release anything that's burdening you emotionally, mentally, physically, and even spiritually, you guys. All right, so the next question is, what are the collectives battling when it comes to their deepest fears? What is the deepest fears here? And you know, you guys, I have to tell you, before I started the video and preparing my space, I did see, I can't remember the name of the card, but if it pulls, I'm going to show you. It has the succubus energy on there, or entity. And I do feel for a lot of the collective, whoever it resonates with, I do feel like you guys are struggling with some type of sexual transmitted demons. All right. You guys are picking up habits from your sexual partners, and that needs to be cut away also. And what that does at times when your aura field or your aura has problems like rips and holes, you know, you really need to patch that up, you guys. And you could do that by a saltwater bath. If you know what's that all about. It's all about healing yourself, all right? I was just putting that out there. So back to the reading. What are the collective deepest fears? What's going on here, beloved? All right, so we have addicted. And this card, this illustration or this picture depicted is very telling here. We have the spikes that's coming from within the body. So we do know that addictions are very harmful to the body, the health of the body as well, all right? So it does show in your physical appearance. And with addictions, sometimes it's uncontrollable. It's like a reflex at times as well. So we may not be very conscious of what we are addicted to, but it does show its ugly face when we're trying to control ourselves, all right? And sometimes we hit rock bottom with those addictions. It could be addicted to money. It could be addicted to sex, food, shopping, gambling, addicted to playing the victim here as well. So, yeah. And we have the number 11 on there. So it's a lot of twos, because if we add 1 plus 1, we get 2. And if we put it all together, we have 2, 2. We even have the double twos here for the master number, for the confirmation of the master builder, which is always turning your dreams, your ideas, your inspirations, your intentions into concrete reality. It's also about finding your purpose in life. So let's move on to the next question. What have the collective been distracting themselves with? How have they been distracting themselves? Sorry. All right, so we have calling in the storm. Oh, okay, so I didn't read the one for addicted. So let's go back to that. Getting ahead of myself here, you guys. All right, so it says here, this one is for addicted. It says, it's not about choosing the chains. It's about choosing them again and again. So let that sink in. All right, and this card talks about depression as well. So some of you may be numbing yourself out because of some mild depression or even a saddened state. If you guys are experiencing depression symptoms, I do advise you to seek professional help. Seek a positive counsel that's licensed and certified. You don't have to see a string that's prescribing meds or any kind of drugs, all right? You could also go to a life coach that's licensed and has a lot of years in the field. All right, so let's go to calling the storm. And this is very interesting as well. This portrays as a shaman. It's a woman. And what she's doing there is she's honing in the power of her environment. So she's lending power in that card. And I do know that card talks about bargain, the state of bargain. So when it comes to bargain, all right, this is when the anger has subsides and you're exhausted. You don't have the strength to cope with whatever grief you may be going through as well. And it also means postponing anything that's severe or urgent to what is going on in your life. All right. So let's see. 30. Oh, here we go. That was fast. It says, power comes. Let me pull that card up. So it says, power comes not from the inside, but from connections and integration to a greater whole. So like I said, this is all about, and the same third quarter moon is here, you guys. It's all about reevaluating balance and trust when it comes to self, you guys. All right, so we're going to jump into to some more. I think I want to go, and then we have sacrifice for the overall or the crowning of the reading. So let's look that up real quick. I do know that card is all about anger. So this may be somebody may be very angry or still not releasing anger due to some type of sacrifice, and it did end pretty badly. It was very hurtful, and some of you may be avoiding healing or finding that closure from within. So you're getting addicted, you're numbing out the pain, you're trying to fill some type of void here. And as you could see, this person is disintegrating. No, they're melting here. All right. So I would look at this as maybe this could be some type of guidance here with calling a storm, which you're holding in some type of power. You're borrowing power from anything that's positive and inspirational, so you could transmute all of this really dark energy. All right. So let's see what 7 is. All about sacrifice. So it says, even if I have to break apart, as long as it serves a purpose. So didn't I mention that before? It's all about this master number 2 too, and it's all about finding purpose in life. It's all about creating, or cementing, solidifying your dreams, your ideas, your inspiration, your intentions into reality. This is where the closure is going to come from, when you start really paying attention to yourself rather than what's outside of you that you feel it's hurting you. All right. Once you change your perspective, you take away the power from whatever has a hold on you. All right. And that's all about dealing with a lot of core issues here. All right. So again, this is an anger card as well. So what I was going to say was, again, honing in some type of power, adjusting to the situation, and not controlling it, but you're going to mold it where it's to your satisfaction in a healthy and positive manner, where you're not hurting yourself or you're hurting others. All right. So let's move on. And again, I was speaking about those aura healings. All right. If you have any rips, if you have any holes in your aura that is, it's like exposing you, it's leaving you vulnerable to much more negativity because you're in a very low state. And when you're onto addictions or anything that you're addicted to cope with any kind of void, sadness, despair, whatever it is, whatever the case is, you know what it is, and you choose to go to outside sources, what you're doing is you're impairing your higher self from communicating with you. You're impairing, you're blocking any type of miracles, or you're blocking any type of miracles from coming into your life. All right. You're blocking communion with your guides as well, with the Almighty, with whoever you believe and trust is your creator. All right. So so like I said, you could also imagine or visualize like this white light, this divine white light that's protecting you, that's healing those rips and holes inside of your aura. So whatever aura or whatever color you like the most, picture yourself or envision yourself, that color is all around you, and you suit in those holes within those auras, that energy field of yours. All right. And that usually comes from the heart. That's the heart magnetic field, believe it or not. It's not the brain, it's the heart. All right. And remember, if you guys are highly sensitive people or empath, remember you have to recharge daily, you guys. If you don't, you're definitely going to experience a lot of sadness, outbursts of tears, anger, you lashing out. It's like you're having a sensory overload here, physically, emotionally burning out, and a lot of anxieties. So just keep that in mind, you guys. So let's jump into some tarot and see what this is all about. I do feel like somebody had a choice here in this collective, or whoever it resonates with. This could be you or whoever you may be cross-watching for or concerned about. All right. We have 3 here as well. So 3 talks about creation, results. It's about inspirations, decisions being made and carried out here. All right. Remember, you have you have a decision here, and then with the 3, it's all about that results of that decision you're making. All right. So keep that in mind, and remember, you have the power, and it's real. You can create your destiny, you guys, believe it or not. Regardless of what you're going through, you lost your job, you got divorced, you lost the love of your life. There was a lot of things being revealed, like betrayals, sabotage, self-sabotaging with self. It always starts with self first. All right. So even though it's a painful time for some of you who resonates, You're going to get through it, but you have to find that closure. You have to create, my bad, you have to create that closure from within. Some of you may definitely be waiting on somebody to clear the air with you, and it's not happening, and it's going on, what, 6 months, a year? It's time to really release that person, release your expectations of that person as well, and pay more attention to yourself, all right? Pay more attention to your own greatness, all right? You do know that in your base chakra, your root chakra is where your ancestors reside. All right, they're always there, willing to help you. Just call for that assistance, and make sure it's positive ancestors. We have really dark ancestors too that are very that are maintaining some type of ancestral karma. So you want to be careful of that too as well. Okay, beloved, I'm not ready. All right, let's see what's going on here, you guys. I was really guided to do this reading today. I know I haven't done a shadow work reading in forever. All right, you guys, I do offer shadow work services as well. If you're interested, please check out the description box below. I am not a licensed life coach, you guys. This is all self-knowledge. This is all intuitive information as well, all right? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm just sharing with you what I know and what I study, all right? Remember, if you're really in a professional need, you should go and get that. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Some of you are really battling addictions here, whether it's addicted to cosmetics as well, changing the hair, changing the face too often. You have to be careful that you're not losing your true identity, because that could really slip away as well, you guys. Even with breakups and in relationships where you really did not have your own life going on separate from the connection or relationship, identity could very much blur or get lost in that as well. Just putting that out there. So let's see what's going on in the tarot, beloved. What's going on here? What is this? I won't cry for you. What is the story behind of this? Some of you have been crying a lot lately because, the Five of Pentacles, you guys may be having money issues. You guys may be feeling like you're losing yourself. I'm just checking the time frame here on the video, guys. So I'm definitely feeling like you guys do have that assistance that's around you. You just have to be open and receptive. Some of you feel like you can't really depend on a lot of people that's in your life right now, and that's fine. Maybe you're not supposed to at this time. Maybe you're supposed to seek outside sources that are more reliable. Maybe this is your confirmation that you need to venture out of your comfort zone and find some type of assistance, whether it's in spirituality, religion, in your community where you're doing charity work. Sorry. Find a way to give back, because sometimes when we give back to others, it helps rejuvenate or give us that vitality from within. Some of you have been left out in the cold from a relationship. Somebody just decided to fade out of your life or ghost you, or you decide that enough is enough and you decided to separate yourself from that person. Whatever it is, it's really Five of Pentacles is really a sad card for me, because it shows like being left behind, not having what it takes to really be where you need to be. A lack of funds. For some of you, you may have a gambling issue here where you lost a lot of money, or you invested in something that really went down the drain. It was a poor investment, and you're really feeling really disappointed in the decisions that you're making, and you're trying to numb that out or escape that with some type of addictions. And you're really learning, some of you may be coming to the terms that you're learning the value of money, you're learning the value of your own self-worth and your self-respect at the same time. All right, so let's go into some more. Four of Pentacles. All right, so this has a lot to do with something that's going on in your reality, the physical. This could even be your body is trying to tell you something, but you're trying to ignore something here, or it's a possibility you're trying to keep it all inside. Whoever this resonates with, excuse me. Every time I start to talk, it's like I keep belching or I have the hiccups. Maybe I'm inhaling too much air here, you guys. All right. So some of you may be trying to really hold that in, and it's really up to you when you're ready to release that. All right, because nobody could really force you. We could talk about incitements, insights and inspiration and wonderful ideas, uplifting ideas and insights, encouraging stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to be willing to release. You have to be in that state of mind where you're coming to that closure. You have to be wanting that as well. Because if you don't, you're going to just go right back to the same old bad habits, is what I'm hearing. So some of you are trying to hold in or hold back something here, and it's leaving you distracted a lot, is what I'm saying. You may not be focusing on work, on your responsibilities as much, because you're so consumed with something that did not happen in your favor, whether it was a breakup or you got laid off. And you may be coming off a bit selfish with your emotions. Maybe you have people around you that are willing to help, but you're just not willing to open up right now. And that's fine, you know. That's fine. So we have 5 plus 4 is 9. That's 9 of Pentacles. So some of you, excuse me, some of you may be very independent, or you're lonely, or you're single, and you're wanting to change that. Some of you could be very saddened by your loneliness. I even got just now that some of you may be listening to a lot of sad songs, and it's helping you, or you feel like it's helping you to cope with what you're feeling. So it's like, rather than talking it out or seeking some type of positive guidance, you're kind of like indulging in your feelings a little bit too much, you guys, is what I'm getting. It's not going to resonate with everyone. One more card for I won't cry for you. One more card. So some of you may have left someone out of the cold as well, and you're really holding back your energy from this person. You could also be holding back resources as well. You're just seeming really selfish at this time, or greedy to someone. All right. It doesn't have to resonate, you guys. This could be how you're seeing someone else. So we have the Strength card. So with the 4 of Pentacles and the Strength card, this could be a Leo. This could also be any earth sign: Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. All right. I do pick up strong Taurus energy, and yeah, I pick up strong Taurus and Capricorn energy. Doesn't have to be, you guys, but the Strength card is here. This talks about Leo energy. Definitely feel some resistance here with the 4 of Pentacles and the Strength card. Somebody's really holding back from either finding closure with someone. So you may be you may be very anxious about closure with something or someone, and you're using all of your strength to really fight that urge to come forward towards them, being that they left you out in the cold, or they made you feel neglected here. Some of you may be dealing with abandonment issues, or neglected issues, or you're dealing with something that you were neglected from or abandoned. And some of you may be very much addicted to tarot readings. And remember, guys, you don't want to overload your system with bunch of tarot readings. All right, that does something to you mentally. You may be, just keep clicking and clicking and clicking, but all of that, what you're listening to, is being stored in your memory. So again, take a nice salt bath. If you could go out in the warm sun, do some type of sun cleansing or some kind of sun healing, because the sun is really good to you guys. Just go out there, face the sun, close your eyes, and look directly towards the sun with your eyes closed. Take deep breath in and out, maybe 3 breathing intervals. I guess that's what you say it, how you say it. Yeah, and really regain your strength. Center yourself, you guys. There's something here you're really battling with, all right? You're really battling with this thing here. And it's calling for you to have that inner strength, that stillness as well. Some of you stop praying, is what I just heard. Somebody has stopped praying, and they need to go back to that. Some of you may be very discouraged from praying anymore. But think about it. Any little thing that you're telling yourself silently, it's like a silent prayer. All right? So think about things that way. Whatever you're saying inside, you're creating that energy, that frequency, and you're projecting that on the outside. So whatever you may be doing and saying or talking or acting in the physical doesn't matter, because whatever you're saying or generating inside, you're projecting it in some type of energy or frequency, and that's what the universe or the ethers respond to. So they always say, whenever you see the Strength card, the devil was here, and here goes the devil card. So some of you are indulging Take it how it resonates, you guys. Some of you may be indulging in a lot of toxic situations, people, places, or things. I feel for a lot of you, you guys may be over drinking or partying a little bit too much, where you're staying out a lot, like late in the night or deep in the night. And what you're doing, again, you're being exposed, or you're putting yourself to be vulnerable to a lot of dark entities. Some of you are surrounding yourself by people that are very toxic. They just have toxic things to say. They may be negative or seeing the negative in every situation. And what is it doing to you? It's self-sabotage. You betraying yourself here. You see how the spikes are coming from the inside of this thing's back, because it's an illustration of self-betrayal, of self-sabotaging, and it's all about darkness. So with the devil, and what I'm picking up here, some of you may be very obsessed with sex right now. Some of you may be either fantasizing, watching too much porn, having too much casual partners. And you have to remember, when you mix your energies with these casual partners, didn't I mention the thing about the succubus? Because it has a card in here with a succubus on there. All right, let me see if I could find her real quick, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been envisioning when I was cleaning up today. I totally forgot to look that up, huh? Yeah, so I don't know if how familiar you are about the succubus, but the succubus is a dark entity that comes at night, mostly at men, but it does have a male succubus. I think it's called I can't remember the name, but it's something with an I. So this is a succubus card, all right? And it's all, see what it says, the temple of my body. So I've been envisioning that card, all right? And what it is it mostly happens with men, but it can happen with women. And what happens is you have like sexual dreams, and you may not see the person, but you think that you feel like it's someone that you care for or you want to be with, but it's actually a dark entity that wants to take your chi or your life force. So some of you may be wrapped up in a lot of casual sexual situations where you're giving your life force away meaninglessly, and you're gaining, even if you're having protected sex, it's the energy, the grinding, the friction. Is that person even healthy? You have to consider what you're mixing yourself into. Some of you want to have this happy life, this success life, but you have to have your emotional intelligence in order first for you to generate that frequency, so you can attract that same frequency towards you. You get what I'm saying? So we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords talks about, it could talk about a beginning energy or youthful energy. But what I'm picking up here is that someone here is gaining clarity about their image and what they're portraying here when it comes to their addictions, when it comes to these toxic people. So some of you may be really checking out or certain things are being revealed to you, and you're really like examining them, or you're like really looking closely at it to make some type of right choice. So some of you are very aware of these issues, and you're in a position to make a very good choice. All right, you just have to really you really just have to have that clarity, and you're holding it close to you. Some of you are guarding this, you're holding it back, so you're almost like holding back what your soul guidance is telling you. You're going against that. Again, that's self-sabotaging, that's self-betrayal. For some of you, you may be dealing, or this could be your energy, take it how it resonates, you guys, but some of you may be in a very dark place where you can't see a solution or a result or the light here, you guys. And with the first card, what did they mention? What did they say? What did it say? That you have to create your own closure. It cannot be found, and this is what's leading you in the dark. Some of you are in a very good position in life, and because of whatever is going on that's not going in your way or in your favor, it's like you're clouding your own judgment here. You're clouding your own judgment. Some of you are running back to whatever is addicted or toxic, and it's like the moment you get deep into it, you realize that you're not supposed to be here, but you're continuously repeating the same patterns, which is causing self-betrayal. All right, some of you have excessive egos, or you're dealing with a lot of people around you that have excessive egos, and it's nothing for you to fix there. This is not your project. That's their project, honey. Let's get one more card, beloved. That was the Three of Wands. So somebody may be waiting on you, or someone here is waiting on something new to come in here. So some of you are waiting for a change or a shift, but you have to be a part of that movement. It's not going to just fall in front of you. And if you're in this imperative state, or not imperative, this impaired state of judgment, how could you even see when it's coming towards you? Is what I'm getting here. That's what I'm picking up, you guys. So yeah, so some of you may be single and just out there like really about that materialistic world or your materialistic gain, but I'm seeing that you're overindulging in it. So you may be making some good money, some of you may be not, and you're just squandering your money or squandering whatever little that you have in a lot of toxic situations, people, places, or things. All right, and it's almost like you're constantly inflamed. Wow. You know, use your power of observation is what I just heard. Use your power of observation. I hope I'm saying that right, you guys. The Three of Wands, because you have some new shit on the horizon. You actually have potential opportunities out there, but it's almost like you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back, and you maybe have some mild depression, or you're just saddened that things just did not pan out your way. You may have invested or made a lot of effort towards a situation and it just did not go as planned. Some of you really want to send a message, or your person really wants to communicate with you, but they're really not in a good space right now. They're really not in a good headspace right now, you guys. Yes, and again, it's double threes here as well. So the massive number 33 is all about manifestation. So right now you have that opportunity to manifest whatever you need to, but you have to be in that frame of mind, that space to actually create that. Because whatever is inside that's brewing is going to come out on the inside. So let's see what's going on for calling the storm. And you know that 11 card, addicted, that's a depression card, you guys. So some of you may be swaying back and forth where you're accepting how things are, but then you go into a very saddened state. Now, if you're dealing with a very spiritual connection where you're telepathically communicating with someone, you may be picking up what they're going through. And again, this is why it's important to know your own energy, your own emotions. So therefore, when you start to absorb it like a sponge, somebody else's emotions or their negativity, you could shut it down, or you could send it back to the sender. All right, so it's up to you. You always have a choice. And again, we always have free will, you guys. We could change our perspective and end a situation to begin a new way of doing things. It's all up to you. Again, you have that power and it's very real. You can create your destiny. All right. Some of you are definitely chained to something that's toxic. This could be a toxic friend, a toxic parent, toxic family members, relationship, the way how you look at life. All of that could be a factor, right? So just take it how it resonates. I'm talking to a lot of different people here, you guys. So I'm just checking the time on my video. Oh, wow. So let's speed this up. If you guys are interested in this service, I do provide it. All right. So tell me more about calling the storm. We have death. All right. So I feel right now there's a definite ending. It could have been painful, but there's an ending here. And it's time to call in the storm here. It's time to hone in your power. It's time to adjust. Yes, it's over. It's over. But it's time to adjust here. And this has been going on a while. It's like it's time to end this cycle, you know, to transform to a new cycle in life, a new way of doing things. Three of Cups. All right. So it may have been an ending to a three-party situation, whatever that means for you. You know what it is. But somebody ended something here, you guys. You guys could have found out that you was involved in a love triangle and you decided to put an end to that shit. And now you're calling in your own power. But what is distracting you is the ending of something that was very toxic. All right? And it's distracting you from healing yourself. Nine of Cups. So some of you may be sitting like really, you keep going over it. You keep thinking about what went wrong and maybe how you could have fixed it. It happened like that to teach you a lesson. All right. It's either a lesson or a blessing. And you could always turn that lesson into a blessing if you know how to use your alchemy, if you know how to transmute energy and all of that great stuff. But you will be satisfied. You will be satisfied when you start to call the storm within, when you start to lend power from your ancestors, the Almighty, the environment, nature, whatever it may be. Ace of Wands. So there was a sacrifice that was made out of anger, but somebody needs to change their energy. All right, so I'm going to try to get one more card in and close it up because my phone does not record very long, and I'm sorry you guys. I hope that whatever I put out here today, you did find some type of insight or awareness in it. All right, this something has to do with your childhood, some type of trauma, or you may experience a death in the family, an accident where it was very traumatizing. Give me one more card, beloved. One more card, and that's it for today. One more card, beloved. Some of you are really not present in your realities, you guys. So we have the Strength card. My deck is upside down. I apologize. So it says strength comes from many sources. Strength comes from many sources, you guys. Didn't I tell you that it's assistance here? But because you're still trapped in what went wrong, staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, or soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, and you're never really alone, as we're always with you. Didn't I mention that your ancestors are always there to assist you? All you have to do is call it in. Call it in. We have two strength cards here. Some of you are trying to be strong, but you're wanting to do it alone, and it says trust. So with the trust card, we have while your logic mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logic path may be one that's considered safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and more. So whatever you're holding on to, you know there's more to life, but you're so chained to whatever is toxic in your life because it's familiar, and it may have stemmed from something in your childhood that you're just avoiding, healing, and letting go and moving on from. All right, do you notice that the moral compass is in the heart chakra? I do have the heart chakra candle that's burning. So you have to listen to your soul guidance, and it comes from the heart, you guys. It's time to listen to the heart. Come out of anything that's ego based and try to transmute it to love based. So I hope you guys enjoy this reading. I wanted to go so far, but if you guys did, go and big up yourself in the comment box. And see you in the next video. Chat to you later. Ciao.